Hello everyone. Today I'll demo how you can manage documents using Adya. Before we jump into a demo, let's cover some of the use cases that we have heard about and that we look to focus on. First, let's say you have a file or a folder that contains important documents and you don't want that to be shared with anybody inside or outside the company. Only the users should have access. So we can allow you to manage it through Adya, where you can set permissions at that level. Second, let's say you have a folder created by HR that has a lot of company policies that can be shared and be accessible by employees, but no external users or users outside the companies should have access. Once again, you can set controls and policies to be able to achieve that. Third, let's say you have an employee that has moved groups from, in this example, from marketing to sales, and you want to change permissions for all the relevant documents to move from write to read. Now let's jump to a demo. As always, we start at the dashboard, which is the home screen for Adya. Let's look into all of the shared documents. Click on this widget here, this pie chart, which takes us to the Documents tab with all of the files displayed to you. You can now then filter across many attributes. Most importantly, by exposure type, you can see what files are externally shared completely publicly, for example, to everyone in the world, shared inside your domain across everyone in the company, shared with one or more people internally, or all files. So you get a lot of control around how you want to view your files. You can filter by owner, filter by type, for when you modified it, etc., etc., etc. Right? So let's look for, let's say I want to just check out all of the folders that are externally shared. Let's do that. Now I notice that there is one folder that I don't quite understand when it was shared or who it is shared with. I can click on it and get more detailed information. So I can see all of the users that it is shared with, both inside and, in one case, outside of the company, as well as the permissions that they have on this file, whether they can read, they can write, or whether they are the owner. So now you can take quick actions. First, you can click and view. It will open a Google Drive folder if you choose to do so, or you can then take action. You can take quick actions such as transferring ownership. So let's say you want to transfer this from one user to another. You can do that very quickly through the console. You can remove access from outside of the company for this folder. This comes back to that use case we talked about earlier where HR had a folder of company sensitive documents, or go completely private so that nobody within the company or outside the company has access to it except the owner. So those are the controls that you can take quickly. Or you can take user by user action where you remove a user from all access or change their permission type. So let's say let's take an action to remove all access from outside of the company for this given folder. This applies to all of the files under a folder. Right? So again, you're taking action at a top level folder, and that happens for every folder. So, the actions happen immediately and are reflected immediately. So that's what you can do with documents with Adya. Next, we'll look at managing applications.